Howdy folks, Owen from EMF. We're here with another episode of EMF TV. We have the incredible, the majestic, the fantabulous Iain Driscoll of absolute health and fitness fame. The finest gym in all the land of Clonakilty. On to talk to us today. So Iain...
For a second there, I thought you were going to introduce someone else.
Of course not. Everyone knows the bromance that we have is completely platonic and above board. But there's definitely something there. But sure, look, just logistically, we're too far away, so we do what we can online. Iain, for any mad human that must live in a cave who doesn't know about you or your business, please give us a quick introduction of what Absolute Health and Fitness is all about.
So that's a good question. I always struggle to answer.
I gave you these questions in advance, lad. Come on.
I know, but I don't actually have a specific answer because I suppose I started out back in 8 years ago now, and my main goal was always help people. Do the best I can to get people to be healthier and reach their goals, and since then that's all I ever kind of mainly focused on doing. Obviously at a certain point it becomes a business and you have to look at the business side of things, but I really hate that end of things. A good day for me is a day when you get a message or a phone call from someone saying that they've lost a few pounds or had a PB on their bench press or whatever else, just that consistent successful trend that I like to set. I actually had a post up one the other day just saying, for me, success is not how much weight someone can lose or how good someone is at something. It's how many people I can help at once, and making sure that my percentage of success rate is quite high, which is kind of the problem a lot of the time with the health and fitness industry is that we offer a service and then we only share the success stories, and a lot of these success stories are few and far between, but we can paint an image of a lot more. So lately what I've kind of tried to start to do is share a lot more videos and pictures of many clients, not just the best ones, people that have just made their own little stepping stones, because at the end of the day, health and fitness is a staircase, and everybody's on a different level. But the important thing is that everybody's going up. So it doesn't matter where you are once you're making progress. So that's what kind of Absolute Health and Fitness is all about, is kind of supporting no matter what kind of level an athlete you are, from absolute beginner to maybe even semi-professional. Someday we'll have somebody, but that you can help them basically. So that's kind of my main thing. It can be my downfall at times. I feel I might care too much.
Yes, sure. Look, deal with that problem when it comes.
Yeah.
So I guess you're saying, look, at the end of the day, to build a house, you need some well-plastered walls.
Yeah, funnily enough, I was a plasterer before I started this.
Really? Jesus.
Yeah. 4 years of plastering old buildings before I decided to go to college.
Built some strong shoulders, huh?
Oh, well, I don't know about build, but it broke them anyway, that's for
you
sure.
you are taking enough BCAAs, man. Intra-plaster. Alright, so second question we'll move on to, because I know what me and you, we've done videos before and they turn into some rant and tangent of meaningless fluff, so thankfully I'd say for once we have questions to go off. So who do you coach? Who are your clients and what do they come to you for?
The majority of clients, really, it's always the same. It's always the old weight loss, tone up. Lately though, I found that I'm getting a lot of people that are looking just simply to be able to be healthier and to be able to move better, and they're kind of looking at long-term health with regards to muscle strength and joint strength and just general overall health. It's actually very hard to pinpoint, but I think people as they get older are starting to realize that they want to have a better life for when they're older, and they're putting the foundations in place for that now. Mm-hmm. Now that's probably a lot to do with the content that I'm kind of putting out lately. we've kind of steered away a lot from the old getting the abs out and all this kind of stuff, and kind of focusing more now on quality movement, which I've slowly started to realize is very important for me as well. And you know yourself, whenever we go through phases of what we like doing, we kind of push that onto our clients then at the time. So yeah, mostly weight loss clients, all right, but definitely seeing a trend of people being a bit more sensible about their training, and coming to train for the right reasons rather than coming in just to burn calories,
Mm-hmm. Brilliant. Yeah, I echo that completely. In terms of our industry, the health and fitness industry, it's very messy. It seems to be very contradictory and quite an arena for the cowboys to reign supreme. Why do you think that is like, and why does it not seem to be getting better, even in the age we live in now?
I'm not sure I agree that it's not getting better, because I think that's a perspective thing. It depends on who you're associating yourself with. So over the last few years, since I've kind of come across, the kind of the evidence-based industry with the likes of, Brad Schoenfeld and Brett Contreras and all those, you kind of just start linking up with all the people that like them, and you end up in a kind of a social circle of people that like to do things correctly. So over the last couple of years, because I've kind of ventured that way and got away from the T-Nations and all that, even though, funnily enough, a lot of them are on T-Nation now, which is great, but you kind of, your perspective changes of things. So I'm not sure if it's not going the right direction, so I think it is, but in general, I suppose at the end of the day, we are very superficial. Everything is about how we look, and Facebook and Instagram and stuff doesn't help that way. It's bang, bang, bang with, topless photos, and I'm guilty of that. We all take part in portraying what people want to see and what motivates people to do stuff. So it's kind of a difficult one, really. Where is it going is the most important question, I'd say. Is it going to continue to improve? I think it's improving. I don't know. Do you disagree with that? But look, in every industry, there's always going to be room for cowboys. But I think they only last so long. You get caught out once. Some people get caught out multiple times. Who knows? But yeah, it is what it is, I suppose.
There's no one like that down the clan anyway, so you're safe enough. So next question is, if I came to you today, I said, look, I'm going training, I'm going to start eating right this afternoon, this evening. Give me a couple of tips for training, give me a couple of tips for nutrition that I can do this evening, right today.
Okay, so actually I've been talking a lot about this lately. The first thing I would say to people is start. Okay, that's the main thing. We do a lot of talking, we do a lot of planning in our heads. We talk about it, and then we do nothing about it. So the kind of 3 steps that I normally give people is number 1 is the decision to actually make a change. So you're sitting there, you're talking with your friends, or you're talking to whoever, or even thinking about it in your head. So you're deciding, right, I want to do something about my weight, or I want to tone up, or you just have general fitness goals. Number 2 is the preparation. So you kind of, if you're talking nutrition, you got to go to the shop and you got to buy some food, because a lot of the time we get caught out with just lack of preparation. The food is in the house, you end up ordering takeaway, or you're doing things on the go, and the quality of food drops. So get prepared. And then the last one is implementation. So actually turning up and doing it. I've seen many people, male and female, over the years, do all different types of training, some very bad, some very good. But you know what? The difference between them all the time is that they're there every day, and that's the reason why they're lean. That's the reason why they're in good shape, and that's the reason why they're healthy. So just do it. That's the main thing. Do it first.
Nike has been telling us for so long.
Well, like you'll come across anybody, a long distance runner, a CrossFitter, a bodybuilder, a cyclist,
even
swimmer.
CrossFit.
Even CrossFit, you'll find someone lean in every single one of those, And the reason why they're lean is because they're doing it, like they're turning up every day, and they're trying, and that's the main thing. just with regards to the nutrition side of things, it is become the most complex thing on the planet at the moment for some apparent reason, but it's very simple, you know. You just the one thing I would say to people to focus on is eat your fruit and veg. And that's coming from me.
Because you do that all the time, don't you?
Your lean meats, your fruit and veg, build everything around that, and you'll be doing all right.
Very good, very good. Oh, that's some good actionable content that people can go, yeah, bang, bang, bang. I know what to do, and I can start. And it is about just getting the ball rolling, even if it's going in the wrong direction or you have a puncture. At least it's moving. You can find those things out. If you just get, I say sometimes when people start, look, the first month sometimes can go perfect, and you can be a perfect client, and everything can go great. Or let's just get the fails out of the way. And then we can really start learning, and then we can really start applying things that work to you, because who knows how you'll respond or how your environment will respond to you acting. And once we're happy that, it's how we react, and it's how we build upon what we do, rather than didn't work, no, stop. And that's the cycle, that the Januaries of mad fitness, and then the other 11 months just quiet. But perfect stuff. So,
I don't know if Matt Cooney came up with this, but consistency trumps perfection every time. That's kind of a motto I like to go by as well. And I really do mean it. Like, you don't have to eat perfectly. You don't have to, train every single day. You don't have to do everything exactly right. You just need to do it regularly, and be consistent with it.
Absolutely. So there was a bonus question I put in, and this one it'll be a little bit more serious now, a little deeper, and you might have to take a moment to think about it.
You know, I didn't read your questions.
That's okay. That's a good thing. So, I would like to know, and I'm sure the viewers would like to know, Iain O'Driscoll, do you have any eyebrows? Because it looks like you don't.
No.
All right, that's that cleared up. So, fair enough. So, moving swiftly on, if there was one and only one nutrition myth that you could dispel with the wave of a wand, it's gone, what would that be?
That's a tricky one. There's quite a lot out there. So,
only one.
I'm gonna go with low carb, just because I can't think of anything else. Because the low carb one bugs me, because I love carbs. Yeah. I think the misunderstanding about the fact that carbohydrates don't even get stored as fat, are very unlikely to get stored as fat. It's amazing how the myth actually even entered the world.
By that you mean that it's just the excess calories from carbohydrate will be stored, rather than they don't go into fat cells. It's just the extra calories will partition the fat that you've consumed into those fat cells.
But the main reason when someone goes low carb and they actually successfully lose weight is the depletion of glycogen and the lack of, and the drop in water. So that initial week where you drop your carbs, your weight goes down. You probably have lost very little fat. So that's probably why it stands so strong to most people, and why they still believe that dropping your carbs is the best way forward. Yes, if you want to lose weight on the scales, it's probably the best way forward. But if you want to sustainably lose fat and actual fat cells, well, then it's not. Yeah,
and look, scale weight drops and crashes there for fights or for making weight for an event. Most people want the look. They want to look good naked, and that means fat loss. It usually means weight loss, but it 100% means fat loss. So the last question for you, Iain, before we wrap it up is, what's the most important thing you have learned in 2017 thus far?
Don't try and run two businesses at the same time.
Oh yeah? Why not?
It's hard work.
And hard work sucks.
I really should have read your questions. I didn't expect that one to come. It's only early days. I'm following a lot of really good people on Facebook at the moment, like Joel Seedman. I posted a video of him today. I find his stuff really interesting. Trying to find how to get the program into your training is kind of hard because the stuff he does is quite complex. But all in all, I'm loving the new exercises I'm coming across.
They are good, yeah. I do agree. Yeah. Joel he seemed to come out of nowhere, like, and
he did, yeah.
Just has some great exercises that I've implemented a few. And I assume you probably follow Thomas Plummer for some of the business stuff, yeah. And he's got some great ideas.
The big thing I've learned actually from all these guys is I know very little, and I have a lot to learn. So I'm looking forward to the next couple of years. And each time you learn something new, you go, oh, I have something new to offer my clients. And
absolutely.
Just keep building.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't know about you, but I think back when I started out as a PT however many years ago, how bad I was. But I didn't know any better. And maybe I needed to be that bad to just become not as bad now. And maybe in 10 years' time, I'll look back to this and be like, Jesus, what was I doing? But that's just the natural progression of any person.
Well, for us, it's the same as you talking about that client in the first month. You're probably better off making mistakes at the start, so you learn something. Because if everything goes swimmingly and everything goes perfect at the start, you probably learn very little. Mm-hmm. So I don't see a problem with that. And definitely, I look back and kind of go, ooh, yeah, it's cringy enough, like. But at the time, the probably level of the athletes and clients you had, that's probably all they needed.
Yeah.
Like what I've noticed is I've kept a lot of clients over the last 4 or 5 years. It's still going strong with a good 30, 40 people who are still coming, and they've progressed with me over that time.
Mm-hmm.
But the advantage then to the new people is they get to skip those beginner steps quite fast.
Those low carb diets.
Well, no, luckily enough, I was never silly enough to implement that stuff. I was never big on on pushing any diet in general. I never got into the paleo or the clean eating, or I never got into any of that.
Oh, you missed out. Great crack.
I did have a bad habit of listing foods, good and bad foods, and giving people lists like that. No, I still don't completely disagree that it can be useful to have lists, but labeling them good and bad probably is unnecessary. Yeah. Probably less foods and more foods, maybe call it, or something like that.
Yeah.
More of that.
Some sort of a healthy kind of pie chart where not too much of this, more of that, and that gives people a bit of leeway and a bit of flexibility.
Well, that's it. You can't look at it. We've all done it. The more you deprive yourself, the more you want it, and then as a result, the more you binge eat it. And as Ben Carpenter would say, is it better to eat one slice of pizza for 7 days or 7 slices of pizza on one day? The truth is, it's the same, really, isn't it? Yeah.
Look, if you go to Chunky Chip every Saturday night or for lunch every day. You just gotta. Go out! The finest chicken tenders in all the land. That's a fact.
I've only eaten them as many times as you have.
Yeah, that's a lie now for sure. All right, enough. Maybe once or twice, yeah. On that, the only time I've ever had chipper before the nightclub and after.
Yeah.
Oh damn, they were good though.
Nobody knows what you're talking about. So
thank God. There'll be one or two that will, and they'll get a good laugh. But anyway, look, Iain, thank you very much for coming on, getting some good information out, some few laughs. Infotainment, that's what it's all about. That's Infotainment. I think that's a Paul Mart one that I must have robbed.
Yeah, but we've done a series about the name dropping.
We've an original thought in the health and fitness industry. It doesn't exist, and if there is one, it ain't coming from us. But harm. But sir, no, thank you very much, and I will talk to you after this. So everyone else, thank you for listening, and look forward to the next episode already.